Okay, this is going to be a pretty unscripted and not very well thought out video. Okay, I haven't even thought about what I'm going to say here. Just to go ahead and break the ice, I did receive my silver award from YouTube. It's kind of hard to see here, but it says presented to Rich Lopp for passing 100,000 subscribers. And I think they usually encourage you to do like an unboxing video. And I went back and forth as to whether or not I was going to do that. I decided not to do an unboxing video. And I wasn't even going to make a video at all. I really got to thinking. I mean, at the end of the day, to actually like start seeing the reality of the success that I've had, which, in my opinion, is still in the infant stages. A lot of people say that I'm really hard on myself, you know. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess. But when you start to see the reality of your success, you know, like in your face, and after a while, you know, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, seeing the comments and the numbers and stuff like that on the screen, you kind of grow jaded to that after a while, just a little bit, you know. And not that it's not a good thing, it's definitely a good thing. But to me, that in and of itself, the flavor of my success just became kind of bland with that being my only evidence, you know. And like I said, throughout this entire process, it's been very, very surreal. It has been a goal of mine to be a career YouTuber since I was in my early 20s. A lot of you already know that. You know, I was in absolutely no shape to do YouTube for a living back then, as many of you very well may know. However, I did completely give up on the fact that it would ever happen. Not the fact, I guess the idea, okay? Because the fact of the matter is that it did happen. But I gave up on it, you know? And 10 years later, here it is, like, just smacked me in the face, like what seemed like out of nowhere, but it wasn't out of nowhere. You know, this was a manifestation years in the making, whether I knew it or not, you know. And to my knowledge, it was very unexpected. Now, during the process of working towards and gearing up for being some sort of successful entrepreneur, my line of sight was everywhere but YouTube, you know. It was on all the other social media platforms, marketing for other companies and things of that nature. And this served as a very good learning lesson, that universe will give you whatever you want in the best way that fits you. Okay? So just to give, for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm going to give you a very brief rundown as to what my career was kind of influenced by. I came to tarot for the same reason the vast majority of you come to it. You know, experienced a very strong connection with a person and received a tarot reading from many of you know Tina, and those two things happening very, very closely tied to each other. I had absolutely no idea 1 year later was going to inspire me to set off onto a path that would completely change my life. Completely change my life. I did make a video. I'm no stranger to putting videos on the internet, by the way. I did make a video back in September 2016 called The Brutal Truth About Aquarius. And forgot all about it. I completely forgot I even uploaded that to YouTube. I had not put a YouTube video up in so many years that I had no idea how to do it from a cell phone. Basically, you know. So a year and a half later, I'm getting people hitting me up because that video kind of, it caught some eyes and got quite a few views for what I was used to as far as any of my own video content was concerned. I think it had about 20,000 views, which to me at the time was like, dude, 20,000 views, wow, you know, blew my mind at the time. So that's the direction that I took my YouTube channel in, because people kept wanting to know more characteristics about the Aquarius sign. in the meantime, behind the scenes, and in the midst of everything else that I had going on in my life, I was very, very, very drawn to and obsessed with the tarot. You know what I'm saying? Watching all the other big tarot readers and watching what they did and trying to gain clarity on my situation and that I was inquiring about. And whatever it wasn't even just that. That was a huge part of it, but I became fascinated and obsessed with the tarot just in general. Okay? And I'll never forget the day that I got the nudge. Okay? You've been practicing with these cards, long enough. You've seen enough. You've been watching these people enough. It's your turn. And I didn't like that intuitive feeling at all. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I would look so stupid, man. I would completely embarrass myself. I would lose my entire fan base, which was maybe 800 subscribers at the time, I couldn't fight that calling any longer. So finally, it just kept getting louder and louder and louder and louder and louder until finally one day I said, you know what? Let's try it. See where it goes. That wasn't even a year ago, y'all. Wasn't even a year ago. A lot of you may not realize that I have not been at this for very long at all. It has been completely life-changing. And this right here is just one of those pieces of evidence, a physical manifestation to show me, yes, you made it. I can't say made it, but it's real. I did have a meet and greet. I met up with a few fans, signed a couple of autographs one time, and that was okay. And now this is, I really don't know what to say, man. I'm at a loss for words, This was completely unforeseen, completely, And to be able to see this, and they also sent another paper, signed by the CEO of YouTube and whatnot, and I have that framed. It's on my wall right there. And they sent me a little business card. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. I don't know if y'all can see that. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and what your experience and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. If your award is damaged during shipping or if you have any questions, contact us at YouTube creator. Okay. But anyway, like I said, this just kind of has me left pretty speechless. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel. There's a part of me that's like, dude, I've pretty much failed at everything that I've ever tried to do my entire life. The vast majority of the things that I've tried to do were failures, and it's just, I don't know, it hits me. It hits me very, very strange to sit here and look at this, So I don't know what else to say, y'all. Like I said, this was completely unscripted, unplanned, wasn't thought out at all, and I just wanted to say thank you to every last one of you. Absolutely. I know that sounds cliche, but I really couldn't have done any of this without each and every one of you and all of the people who took part in and played the biggest roles in getting my career kickstarted, I was going to go through that list of people, but I haven't received permission from every single one of them to mention their names. So, you know who you are. So, anyway, thanks again, y'all. Thanks again. This is just serves as a reminder on those days that being a career YouTuber can be just as stressful, if not more stressful, than anything else you can do for a living, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make it sound like it's something it's not. It can be a very stressful job. Very stressful. And this right here, serves as a reminder, each time that I have that toxic, creeping thought crawl up in my head thinking, oh man, I should just quit and go back to working at a factory or something like that. Because, which, don't get me wrong, the feeling like that never really gets the best of me. But it does creep in the back of my mind from time to time. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work to push that thought out of my head. And this right here, definitely serves as something that I can, it's a reminder. I can look up on my wall and be like, oh yeah, hell no, man, no way. There's no way I'm doing that, So again, I don't really have much else to say other than thank every last one of you. I thank every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, and I'm going to keep on pushing, keep on going, and see where my career goes. And you know, just going to keep on pushing it until the next doorway opens for opportunity. You know, until then, I'll see y'all on the flip side. Have a good one.